Hi, everyone. I just got off a call with a young man who is a junior in college, and we had a really great talk. He was trying to figure out his major and, you know, thought he was going to go into medicine and then didn't do so well in biology, but also discovered that he really liked philosophy, but philosophy seemed so weird as a major. And this all led to a discussion of money and a discussion of his student loans. So I asked him, I said, so how much money are you going to graduate with when you get out of college? How much debt? He said, oh, probably about 60 to $70,000. And I said, okay, so that's a substantial amount of money. Do you know how much you're going to pay per month to service that debt? It's clear that he had never even asked himself the question. His parents had never broached the subject with him. So we took out our little phones and we pulled up apps for loan calculators and we put in $65,000 at, I don't know, we picked a percentage rate. I think it's about 5.6%. And then we talked, he said, well, I want to pay it off in 5 years. And I said, okay, cool. So how much is that a month? $1,244. His eyes just went like saucers, right? And he's from Colorado. He knows that getting an apartment in Denver, just a shared apartment in a decent part of town, is really expensive, at least that much. Um, and then he said, well, could it be less if I paid it over longer term? Sure, let's make it 15 years, 20 years. We got it down to about $500 a month. Okay, that's more reasonable. But then he looked at how much he's actually going to be paying over the total lifetime of the loan to the bank. It was crazy. And then just after I had this conversation, I was on another listserv and looking at parent questions. And one of the parent questions was, I don't know how to talk to my kid about debt. He's a college student and he's gonna have about $80,000 in debt. I just want to say, what are you waiting for? Why are you not having this conversation before you even pull the trigger and sign the agreement to go to XYZ college where you're going to accumulate $80,000 worth in debt? Don't you think it's a pretty good time to talk about that before you actually buy the thing that you have that you're putting all this debt into? Folks, it's really important that you have the conversation about money earlier in the game than later, because this is a actual real number. If you really do the calculations, it's a real number. And yes, it's opportunity, but all of a sudden this boy started looking at his debt not as an opportunity, but as a burden, a psychological shift right in the middle of his junior year of college. He had that kind of, oh my God moment. Better to have that oh my God moment earlier in the game so that the students are making choices that are related to this reality that they will have when they exit college. Do not wait. Have the talk about money now. Be honest with your students about what the financial resources are in your family, what you can afford, what you can't afford, how much debt you think is an okay amount of debt. How much debt do they think is an okay amount of debt? You know, if an apartment in Denver, a shared apartment can cost $1,200 a month, and we're saddling a young man with $1,200 a month in debt, well, he's got to make $2,500 a month before he can order a pizza. So, really, it's important that we have these conversations earlier rather than later. No saucer eyes for our kids when they're juniors in college. Talk about this before they even apply. So, on that note, oh, my alarm's going off. Have a great day.